If you could give a message to the youth today, what would you say?
One of the main things that I would message out to them is respect and stay away from them illegal substances, you know. And there's better things out there than that stuff. Your kids are going to follow your footsteps. And if the parents are using or abusing drugs, that's the only life the kids know. Respected our parents. And if they talk to us about alcohol use or something like that, we listen to them because of the love and respect we have for them.
Daily decisions determine your destiny. You make that daily decision of, I'm not going to do that. I've got some better destiny that I want to be at. I want to be a, whether it's champion in athletics or a champion that you want to be a scholar or like I said, to be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, or any kind of, maybe it's even the homemaker.
You pay attention to parents, what they might have to say. If you need something, go to your parents and talk to them.
Stay away from the dope.
And if they get all bored, go out. There's always something to do outside, instead of sitting in front of a TV all the time. They know that might need help. Go help them instead of playing games.
I would want them to go to college and get a darn good education. Each and every one of them.
Well, I think the most important thing is education. Getting them good education and staying away from drugs.
Realize that we are just one big tribe, one big family, and to respect one another, respect your elders, respect your fellow classmates or whatever they might be, and people got to believe in their Creator. You know, if they know how to pray, then you got some hope. You know, when things are bad, you're being hurt, your family is down, people are dying or something. If you believe in God and you could say a prayer, then you know everything's going to be all right.
Get your education, because that's the only way. We can't fight with bows and arrows anymore. The only thing we can fight with is now an educated person in order to be able to maintain what we have.
Well, I would say to the younger age now, stay off of drugs and appreciate and stand up with your law officers. Those law officers are out there to help you. They're not out there to get you, to hurt you, wreck you, or anything. They're out there to help you. Save you from getting into trouble, that's what they'll do.
Get an education. Learn from out there. And then serve out there. And when there's time, you come back and serve here. You can choose to live where you want to live. Buy the clothes you want to have. Raise your family in an environment where education. Don't be satisfied with just high school. That's not going to get you anywhere. Don't be dissatisfied with an AA or a bachelor. That's not going to get you nowhere now anyhow. You need to have a master's. We're going to college. That's a first step to a better life.
I think if there's a message out there, is just trying to break the cycle. You know, we have such a generational, and it seems to just follow of the drugs and the alcohol, and that's what I grew up around. And it's just to, you know, break that cycle. I think that's important for no matter who, whether we're talking to the youth or to the parents.
I think there's more focus on family nowadays, which is very good. So my message would be that family, you got to stick with family.
If I was going to say something to the young people on this reservation, I would say just what those boys said to me. Don't litter. Hey, take a look at what we got. You know, and they all talked about their elders, what their elders had told them about that land. This reservation is a gold mine not necessarily in money, but in everything that's here. Hunting, fishing, work.
Well, get on all the schooling you can. College is damn important nowadays.
Stay sober.
Stay sober.
Stay occupied.
Remain connected to their families and mostly just really get an education, because that's going to help them. And take out a lot of the stigma out of their own life if they have an education and they can count on a good job instead of just, barely getting by or depending on a program, to help you. They can get it on their own because they have the education and skills to do so. And to have a good work ethic to make it no matter what. Have the Lord on their side and make sure they live as good a life as they can.
Get out there and work, I guess. Not take things for granted. Spend time with your kids.
Accept the things you cannot change and change the things you can. And that all comes from within.
One of the things is get a smile on their face. Respect their elders. Work for the tribe and get away from drugs.
To get a plan on how they can, now this isn't very nice to say, but get off the reservation.
Yeah.
Because the reservation, to me, it is a ball and chain. Unless you really have the desire and the support from your family to reach your ultimate goal.
You don't have to have a lot of money to be orderly and responsible. All you have to do is put on your shoes and go out and pick up junk in the yard and take care of your house. You don't need money for that.
And it's our reservation, it's beautiful land. Have these kids love it and clean it up. Tell these kids to make their homes beautiful and be proud. Be proud.
Go get educated. Go get your education and come back and contribute to your people, if at all possible. That would be my message.
You need to respect yourself as young people. In that respect, love yourself. And then when you do that, I always feel a little guilty about using the word religion, but your beliefs, maybe that's a better word, would come back to you if you respect, especially if you respect the older people and go see them. They can tell you lots of stories and you can relate the stories to how you should live, because that's the way us old people were. Disciplined through stories. And the old people, those days when I was young, that's how they disciplined us, through stories. So my best advice would be to go to somebody that's older than you and just start talking. Old people are real BSers.
The Spokane Tribal DNR Internship Program would like to thank everyone who allowed us into their homes, shared their knowledge, giving messages from their hearts to the youth of the Spokane Indian Reservation.